So, special thanks to mainly Butch for putting me on to a new website. Well, I don't know if it's new, but she put me on to a website. It's called butchwonders.com. And I'll put it like down here somewhere or whatever, somewhere on the screen so you can see it in case you understand what I said. But it is butchwonders.com. And basically, it's a lot of different blogs about different topics. And the latest one is called, I'm just going to read it off, Why Don't You Just Date a Guy? So I'm just going to read the first paragraph of it. I've gotten 3 emails this month from femmes asking how to explain to people that just because they date women who dress like men, it doesn't mean that deep down they really want a man. I can only speak for myself, but I bet some of the following is true for other readers who date butches. It goes on just, to give her opinion on various reasons why femmes date butches, but it was definitely an interesting topic. So mainly Butch and I decided to weigh in. I can't wait to hear her response. But it's very simple to me. I don't have a lot of different insights or perspectives on it because to me it's quite simple. It really just comes down to one thing. I mean, literally for me, it comes down to one thing. So, questions that you'll get or that people have done. Why do you date a woman who dresses like a man? Why not just date a man? Why do you dress a woman who looks like a man or who is mistaken as a man? Why not just date a man? All right. Well, I think the bottom line in both of those questions or any other way that you want to ask it is she's a woman. Period. She's a woman. She's not a man. Whether she looks masculine, I mean, because, masculinity and femininity, these are socially constructed characteristics that people take on, right? These are things that, like, we learn how to be a girl. We learn how to be a boy. You're not born learning how to be a boy or a girl. You're taught that. You're taught from the day that you're born, you know what I mean, based on just the fact that hospitals put little pink hats on the girls and little blue hats on the boys. When you get toys, you get trucks and army men for the boys, and you get dolls and kitchen sets for the girls. I mean, it starts from birth. It starts from early on. We're learning how to be feminine or masculine and how to be girls and boys, right? They grow up to be men and women, right? But those are just socially constructed. These are just things that we're taught, you know what I mean? So to say that a woman who dresses like a man or who looks like a man or who acts like a man or whatever, why not just date a man? Well, because she's not a man. Because I don't want to date men, right? I want to date a woman. I'm a lesbian. So that's why, period. Or I date her even though she dresses like a man, and I don't date men because I like women. And I just so happen to like masculine women, or stud women, or butch women, or tomboys, or whatever bag you want to put her in. It's almost like a dumb, absurd question, and not to say that the people who are dumb, not to say that the people who ask the question are dumb or absurd, but I really wonder, like, if they really sat back and thought about the question that they're asking, it's because she's a woman. Do straight people get asked, like, questions like this? Do they get asked these absurd questions, like, why do you date this? Because this person's, okay, so for example, let's say somebody is one race and they only date, women of their same race. Well, other races have breasts and vaginas and long hair, so why don't you date other races? Well, because I prefer this race, or this ethnicity, or this body type, or this height, or this or whatever. It's my preference. That's what I prefer. So if I'm a lesbian and I prefer women, and I just so happen to prefer masculine women, then, but they're still women. They're still women. Like, so that's why I said the question seemed kind of dumb to me. It's like, you already answered your own question because it's a woman. You're a lesbian. So you're a lesbian and you date another lesbian, but this lesbian dresses like men. So why are you with her? You're a lesbian, she's a lesbian, but she dresses like men. Why are you with her? Why not just be a man? You're both lesbians. What the fuck?